What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. So glad you're here. I'm Joey.
And I'm Christy.
And it's almost 9 p.m.
It's
is.
Late. But we were like, you know what we got to talk about at 9 p.m. on a Sunday night? Pricing.
Yeah, we're going to talk about 2 pricing strategies that we use in our own businesses. We want to urge you to use today that is going to help you grow your business. And the reason for that is because pricing is one of the only things in your business that when you change it, it does not require more work, but yet it can really grow your business, which is a really beautiful thing. So if you're a photographer, a filmmaker, a social media manager, a social strategist, a content creator, an influencer, whatever you might be, what we're going to be talking about today, wherever you are listening to this, is really going to help you. And we're going to keep it simple. We're just going to cover 2 things you guys love when we talk about pricing.
You do. The numbers really go up when we talk about
we
pricing.
Can see it. Anytime there's anything about pricing, you guys flock to those episodes for a good reason.
It's understandable because pricing can sometimes feel like this really murky gray area where it's very confusing of like, okay, is pricing just all about emotion? Is it about data? Is it just about confidence? Is it about experience? All of these different things. And there's a lot of different opinions out there. But we've got some strong opinions as well, and that we think you can utilize to get more confidence around pricing, but base it around psychology and base it around data and base it on all these other things that can make growing your business a lot more simple. So before we get into that though, and
before we even get into that, I was going to say, introduce yourself.
Before.
Give everybody just a quick. We've got a bunch of people,
everybody.
bunch of new people hanging out with us on the podcast. Actually, if you are new to the podcast you're a weekly listener and you kind of found us in the last couple of months, shoot us a DM. We'd love to hear from you. Just say, hey, I'm new. That's all I have to say. And we'll say, what's up? Nice to meet you. But give a quick little intro on you. And then
My name's Christy. Joey and I are married, if you didn't know that yet. I got my start in the wedding space. So I graduated from college, started a wedding business. I was originally going to become a lawyer. And then I gave myself 6 months to try photography. Very left-hand turn. Gave myself 6 months and said, hey, 6 months, it's not full-time, I'm going to go to law school. And after 6 months, it was full-time. And that's what I've been doing ever since. So I've been at over a decade, had an absolute blast shooting weddings around the world. Transitioned out of weddings fully into commercial work for a handful of years. And then now I'm doing both, which is exciting. So we were actually just in Yosemite last week shooting a couple session of a couple that got married in our area. I didn't shoot their wedding. It was an out of budget situation, but pitched them on going to Yosemite and doing like a post wedding shoot. And we did that and it was incredible. It was so much fun. So we just did that. So I'm like hyped up on couples right now. Yeah. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. And we've had a really busy last couple of weeks. We were like a week and a half ago, we were in SoCal shooting.
Yep. Big campaign.
Just outside of LA. And then
we were in San Francisco.
We were in San Francisco last week, literally a week ago today.
San Francisco
shooting
on Sunday.
a campaign there, which was hectic because it's all anytime you shoot in San Fran, it's hectic.
It's hectic.
And then we were in Yosemite shooting
on Tuesday.
So it's just kind of been all over the place. But a little bit about my story. As Christy said, we're married. I'm from Canada originally, from Ontario, Canada. And I now live here. I've lived in the U.S. for going on 5.5 years now, which is awesome. And I actually got my start. I started my first filmmaking company when I was 14 years old. And I did it because I didn't want to do anything else. And I was like, this seems the most fun. I love telling stories. Most importantly, I love capturing things that I thought were enjoyable and sharing it with people. And through that process, you start to get people in your life saying, hey, I got a business. You want to come and film some of the things I'm doing. So as a really young teenager, I started filming stuff. And then I obviously got into photo stuff and then started realizing that a lot of the photos and videos that I was giving to brands and businesses, they weren't using properly. So I started to get into the distribution side, so managing people's social media, running paid ads, and so built a content agency from the time I was 14, and we've been doing it for over a decade now. It's been awesome.
And we love it.
And yeah, it's been great. So then when Christy and I met, she was kicking it in the wedding space, as she told you, and she was also having some brand clients, but it was much more like behind the scenes. And then we brought that both front of house for both you and I, and we kind of like merged our business into one business. So we own a content agency, a brand and content agency called Spears Collective, and then Christy shoots a few weddings a year, hand picks a few, and then a couple sessions, which is cool.
Yeah, a ton of fun.
But that's our background. So everything we're going to be talking to you today about. Sorry, I'm slurring my words. It's 9 p.m. I want some dessert. I started thinking about that.
I just got a Ninja Creamy.
We've been on the Ninja Creamy kick. I don't know if you know what that is.
I just got one and it's so good. So we just home make ice cream every night. We were like, oh, we're going to be healthy and get a Ninja Creamy, but now we eat ice cream every night. So I don't know.
It's not healthy.
Out.
Christy sold me on it because she's like, no, I'm going to make healthy ice cream. So we're making milk and protein powder. It's somewhat healthy. And then she puts Reese's Pieces,
Someone's
Oreos.
with me. If you add the protein to it, it makes it a little healthier. Guys, if you want to
no,
watch,
it's definitely healthier ice cream. But
if you want to watch some Ninja Creamy recipes, follow me on Instagram and check out my stories. I got a lot of Ninja Creamy.
Anyways, what we are talking about today, everything is
Yes.
from our own experiences, things we are doing actively in our own businesses, and those two things are going to be understanding and utilizing price anchoring. That's the first thing we're going to be talking about today. And the second thing is understanding and utilizing moonshot packages.
And that's my favorite topic
which is
to talk about.
Christy's loving hopping on that right now and talking about it.
I feel like I claimed that trend a while ago, and I'm really excited it's coming to fruition.
Christy, right off the bat, price anchoring.
Before that,
Go for it.
we are celebrating going into our 4th week of our 6-week Creative Rise Mastermind, and we are pumped. This crew has been killing it, crushing it. And we tell you that we'll keep you updated on their wins. And so that's what we're going to do right now. So couple shout outs from round 14 from this last week. We have some really cool things. We've got Justin from Beyond the Vision. He locked in a $6,500 construction client. He said locked in 3 construction site visits, delivering 2 premium project update videos. I've worked with this client before on a bigger project. They reached out to see if they needed any. I reached out to see if they needed any upcoming projects that they needed video marketing for. When I hopped on a call, I dove deeper into how they can repurpose the videos for their email marketing, sales meetings, and website.
Brilliant.
He says, once I broke everything down, it was an easy, sounds good, send over the invoice and we'll start planning. Value stacking is a real gold mine and helps clients to see the value in video marketing. Also positioning the deliverables as premium goes a long way with how the client perceives it. So good.
Shout out Justin.
And then we got shout out Courtney. She was able to ring the bell. She got a $1,200 one-off for an ad library refresh for 15 ads. She says this gave me so much confidence in myself of what I have to offer is exactly what they need, which is awesome.
And what's really cool with the ad refresh, we've talked about that before on the podcast, but that's helping a brand refresh all of their paid advertising content. Courtney's doing a mix of some design, some carousel, some photo, and then some like UGC style video, which is awesome.
Which is so cool. Shout out to Courtney. Then we got Brittany Vaughn. She did mini sessions for $3,900. She did a family session for $800 and a newborn session for $1,460. And she even said, these are some of my old rates that I had sent out before I started implementing my new pricing and offers from the mastermind. She goes, lately clients have been giving me huge tips recently, not tips, money tips, not
money tips.
And she says, which gives me the confidence to raise prices and not just accept tips at all and just have the price reflect the true value, which I love. We then have Sam Rogers. He says, a local gym I used to go to reached out via my new updated website and wanted some new imagery and videos for their website. So $2,600 for a header film, then 3 reels from it and 50 images. They told me they had a budget of $1,500, but I upsold them on a looping header film rather than just a few social reels. Then we have Nick. He said, a previous client wants help launching a new Pilates studio, put together a package, all of these different things. $4,800 plus GST. He's out from Australia. He says, definitely value stacked and came together. Previously worked with her in the range of $1,500. So value stacking plus additional assets helped to increase the value of the offer, going to propose an ongoing retainer client after this. Then we got Jessie. She did a $1,200 UGC pack for a tourism board in Whistler, which is awesome.
Sick.
She said, in the past, I've worked with them on one-offs for about $500. This time, I bundled things together. She was able to get this up to $1,200, which is awesome. Then we've got Gigi. She did $1,000 for 1 UGC video with 3 short hooks. She said this was my highest paid UGC deal
Gigi.
ever.
Let's go.
Awesome. So
I
there's
love
just
it.
a few of the wins from this last week.
Yeah.
It's been so fun. So if you have not been a part of round 14 of this 6-week Creative Rise Mastermind and you want to be a part of round 15 coming after Christmas in the new year, and you're like, you know what, new year, new me, new business, jump on the wait list because the wait list sells out most of the spots. So if you want that,
yeah, we're going to take you through a really, really cool 6-week experience to break down the 6 pillars of building a 6-figure business, and we're going to help you implement them. That's what all those people are doing. Everyone's learning how to build to 10K months consistently, or they're already at 10K months, but they're restructuring that and reimagining what that can look like, which is really cool. So love it. Okay, Christy, price anchoring. What is price anchoring? Start there.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I did not know how to price anchor when I first got started in weddings. I remember I knew like one other wedding photographer at the time, and I just was like winging it. So, and this was also before ChatGPT. So I was like, you know what? You know how I should price for weddings? I'll give one price. So people would inquire on my website or inquire on Instagram. I would literally email back the pricing in the email, like literally type it in, and I would like put what camera I was shooting on.
This is my favorite part.
Like
I remember pulling up an email. Christy and I pulled up one of her like first emails that she used to send to clients in her first couple years of shooting weddings. And she would literally say, I shoot on this Canon camera. I have a 35 millimeter
No, I didn't even have. I had like $100 like 50 millimeter.
It was so funny, guys.
But
I said to her, I'm like, why did you send that? You were like, I didn't really know what else to say.
I didn't know what I was doing.
Oh my
genuinely. And that maybe you feel that way listening to this as well. You're like, I just really feel like I'm winging it. I have no idea what I'm doing. So that's the opposite of price anchoring. So the price anchoring is all about giving people something to compare and making something look good with how you price something else. So it's this really cool psychology little practice we do when we talk about pricing, and it's so important. And so how you price anchor is you take, let's say you've got 3 packages, okay? Let's say you're doing better than I was when I first started and you've got 3 packages. Let's say you've got like a $4,000 package. This is very common. You have a 6, 8, and a 10 hour, right? Your 6 hour is $4,000. Your 8 hours is $4,500. And then your 10 hour is $5,000. So they're spaced apart by like $500 each. That's how most people tend to raise their prices, right? Or like to increase per package their price. This is not a price anchoring style. Most of the time, I'm sure if your packages are spaced out like that, most people are probably booking your lowest package. That's just, it tends to be what happens. They book your lowest package and you might be wondering, oh, I really want people to be booking that middle package, but they're not doing it. Well, it's because your middle package is not price anchored, therefore it does not look attractive. And so what price anchoring does is it anchors people. You give a big price and it makes a lower price look way more cost effective than if you would have just looked at the one price, right? So $4,500 looks kind of expensive next to $4,000, and it also looks still kind of expensive to $5,000, right? Like it doesn't look like it's actually driving people towards that middle package, which is exactly what we want you to do if you're developing price anchored packages. We want your middle package to be one that everyone books. We don't want people picking your lowest package. We want people picking your middle package.
Well, that's how you should probably strategically set it up. Yeah.
That's how you
Yeah.
probably, that's
You
how
can
we
really
tell you
price
to do it,
anchor
but
to any package, but you've got to use proper price anchoring. And it's easiest if you designate the middle package as the package you really want to sell.
Exactly. So what that looks like, so if before it was $4,000, $4,500, and $5,000, what you would do is you would make, let's say the lowest package, $4,250. You would make the middle package $5,000, and then you make the top package like $7,000. Okay. And you might be thinking, whoa, that's like such a spread. Like that's crazy. But what it does is when someone sees $7,000, that makes the $5,000 package look very cost effective, much more affordable, right? Way less scary. And what the bottom package does, you might be going, but why does the bottom package so close in price? The bottom package needs to be close in price so that people will go, oh, for only this much more, we can get
$750 more.
Only $750 more, we can get XYZ. We can get 2 more hours of coverage. We can get a second shooter. We can get this, this, and this. It doesn't even make sense, right? Like, there's no reason someone would want to go with the $4,250. They want to go with the $5,000 because of all the other things they can get, and for only X amount much more, right? That is how price anchoring works. It's a psychological mechanism that you can use to drive people towards a package you want to book. But if they have nothing to compare it to, or there's not big enough comparisons or small enough comparisons, people aren't going to be able to do that. So that is how price anchoring works.
Yeah. And in the brand space, this is really important as well. The first thing you need to realize is you cannot price anchor if you're only sending one option. So as Christy said earlier, when she started her wedding career, she would just send them one option.
Yep.
Now, what do? When you send somebody one option, one package, one pricing option, one offer, they go and take that offer, they go to a competitor and they say, I need something to compare this to. Yeah. And so they then compare you to somebody else. If you're tired of getting compared to somebody else, make sure you stop sending people just one option to work with you. Send multiple options on how someone can work with you, invest in you, right? Do business with you. And what's going to happen is you're now competing against yourself. Your offers are now competing against yourself rather than them taking your offer and running somewhere else because you only sent them one and then comparing you to somebody else. So this is really important. This goes to the wedding space. This is why you do not just want to offer one package in the wedding space, but specifically in the brand space as well. Yeah. More people in the brand and business world, the commercial world, make this mistake than people even in the wedding space do. They just send off one option, one offer.
And also another thing with price anchoring, because again, you want to anchor someone to that bigger price to make the other price look smaller. So a lot of people in pricing guides always put their cheapest option first, and then it goes to the more expensive option after. A great way to do price anchoring is by flipping that on its head. offering the more expensive package earlier so that the other one looks so much more cost effective when they land on it. So if you're in the brand space, we often say, hey, do 2, you don't have to do 3 packages. You could just make it 2. Wedding space, it's more traditional to do 3 packages just because of like the normal hour kind of style that you do when you do packages with weddings. But the brand space, 2 packages. And honestly, you guys, also that is not just for price anchoring. It's also like someone will probably book that higher price. Look at these wins we just talked about, right? They're like, hey, I upsold them with a headlining B-roll film that they wouldn't have had otherwise. Like their original budget was $1,600. Like if someone gives you a budget, you guys, especially in the brand space, give them something that's at the budget and then give something a little more. Boost up the price. You never know if their first number is actually their real number. So make sure you give people opportunities to spend more money with you, which is huge.
Yeah, in the brand space, how I like to price anchor is I like to give 2 options that are somewhat similar to what Christy was saying, where your bottom package has much less value, but it's similar in price to the middle package. And then the middle package is like a lot of value. It's priced really well. And then I like to use a third package that is potentially not everything they're asking for. It's like everything they're asking for, but plus a bunch of other stuff they did not ask for. And what I often use that package to do, let's say someone comes and is like, hey, we've got a new product and we're launching this new product and we need everything. Like we need some video, we need some photo. I'm like, great, cool. We're doing a product launch campaign. I will send them, and let's say offer A, so the bottom offer, let's say offer A is like 30 images, 6 reels, 7-day turnaround. Okay. Offer B is going to be 100 images, 10 reels. And let's say offer A was 7,000. Offer B is only $9,500. So it's only a $2,000 difference. For only $2,000 more, you get triple the amount of content. Why would they not start going, well, offer A is not even an option. Let's look at offer B, right? That's price anchoring. Now, here's the thing. I would use a third package and say for $13,000 or $15,000 or $20,000, we can give you, 300 images, let's say 30 reels and 45 or 50 clips, like colored cut clips that we were going to put in the reels. We'll put that into a clip library for you. And we're also going to do a looping header film for you, which is just like a no audio like video that just loops on the top of somebody's website, showcasing product, showcasing lifestyle, showcasing product and use, right? So now what I would do if I get on a call with somebody, I would say, hey, I got 3 options for you. Why don't we start with this one? Offer number C. This is going to be $15,000. Now, I don't know where your budget's at for this, but this is going to be a ton of value. This would be the best value for you in terms of making this product launch the best possible thing here. Does this work for you? And most of the time, they're going to say, well, no, that's probably a little bit expensive. And I go, great. Well, if you can't afford that, I really want to make sure you still get as much value as possible. Let's look at offer B, okay, which is the one that was like $9,500. And then I've got an offer A that's like $7,000. But again, it has way less value than offer B. So that's why people are going to really gravitate towards offer B. So what's really cool about that is price anchoring in the brand space is super, super important, especially when you use that third package, which is actually our next tip for you right now. So we told you price anchoring is important. The second thing we wanted to talk about today was something called Moonshot Packages. Now, a Moonshot package is exactly what I just described. It is a package that you use in your pricing strategy that 95% of the time is not going to get booked.
It's not meant to sell.
But the whole idea of using a Moonshot package is to show them what could be possible and the amount of value, the massive amounts of value they'd be getting working with you if they had a crazy budget. Yeah. And what this does is it probably lifts their budget ceiling. We know with our clients, when we present Moonshot packages right off the bat, it lifts someone's budget expectations to showcase not only that we work with bigger budgets so they can lean into that and trust that, and we've got processes for that, but most importantly, it shows them what would be possible if they were to expand their budget, which then makes, when they say, I don't know if we've got 20 grand, it then makes an option for 9,500 look a lot better when they only thought they were going to spend 6.
Yeah.
Right? So that's very important. Christy, talk about Moonshot packages because this is huge in the wedding space as well.
Moonshot packages, first of all, are just so fun, but they're not meant to sell. Like Joey said, they're not actually meant to sell. They're meant they are meant to price anchor and send people again to that middle package in even like a stronger way. However, you will be potentially surprised when someone does book your Moonshot package. And a Moonshot package, like in the wedding space, for instance, the same example I gave, the $4,250, the $5,000, and the $7,000. I like to say, as a good rule of thumb, you should just double your middle package, and that's a Moonshot package. So that would be a $10,000 wedding package that you would offer, and maybe it's on its own little page on your wedding, pricing guide or something like that, and it's a whole wedding weekend package, right? Like you're going to cover, the welcome party, you're going to cover the rehearsal dinner, you're going to cover the full wedding day, like a full 10-hour or whatever you want to do, unlimited hours if you want. Maybe you offer like a little mini couple session the day before too. It's all the bells and whistles. Maybe there's an album, whatever, anything you can throw in there to make it just look like the beefiest package ever. And you're going to offer that package for $10,000. Or let's say, you've got a $7,000 middle package. You've got now a $14,000 Moonshot package. I like to just double. It's a good rule of thumb. And what this does is like Joey said, breeds confidence for the people that are looking at your pricing guide. Whether you've sold one or not, people will look at that and go, whoa, $14,000. She does $14,000 weddings. That's crazy. Wow. She must be good, right?
Perception is big. Important.
And you're not lying. You're not saying like, oh yeah, I've booked a million of these. But if it's on your pricing guide, people are going to assume that people would book that.
Yeah.
So
it's the same reason why some car companies have these crazy, like, what are they called? Certain cars,
like those beta cars.
Yeah, they're not called beta cars. No, though. What are they called? They're called. You know what I'm talking about. You're listening. They're like these special designs no one's ever seen on the road. Concept cars. Yeah. No one's ever seen them on the road, but you might see one at a dealership, and it's just like sitting there. It's got like red rope around it, and it's like, ooh, don't touch. But again, point is, are they selling those? Probably not. Have they sold 100 of those? Probably not. They've definitely not sold 1,000, but I'll tell you what they are. They're selling Civics like crazy off their lot. Point is, again, it's increasing your perception of the value of that brand, or you're increasing the perception of the value of their processes in how they make great vehicles. So then it makes a cheaper vehicle feel great. This is why everyone would love to buy a lower model Porsche than buying a really high-end Civic for the same price. Everyone's going to be like, I'd way rather jump in myself in a Porsche, right? Again, because your perception of the brand, your perception of the products is much higher. This is what a Moonshot package does for you.
Totally. And so the Moonshot package is not necessarily designed to sell. It's designed to send people to that middle package. It's designed to up-level the brand viewpoint of how someone perceives your value. But another thing that you can do with a Moonshot package is if you know for certain that couple or that brand is not going to book that package, you know for a fact they're not going to, you can use it as a ghost offer. You can go, in order to build trust, you can go, hey, we're running through all the packages together on this call. I have this package. It's called the wedding weekend package. It covers like this day, this welcome party. I know you guys, it sounds like you guys don't need that. I'm not even going to like ask you if you want to book that. I just already know you guys probably don't want to book that. So let's just move to the other packages because I don't want to sell you on something you don't need. Instantly, that builds a lot of trust for somebody, right? Like they're like, oh, they're not going to try to like upsell me on their biggest package. That's awesome. Like then they're just trusting you more. That's how a ghost offer works. So you can utilize it like that. But if there is any inkling that you think that they might push their budget in order to book your Moonshot package, then don't say that at all and just go ahead and show them that offer and ask if that's something they would be interested in learning more about. But Moonshot packages, you guys, literally the trend, especially in weddings, is people are moving to more weekend styles. They're moving into a much more full coverage experience, all of that kind of stuff. So I'm urging you to put Moonshot packages into your packages. Like you will be shocked. You might feel silly doing it right now, but seriously put it in your package and you'll be shocked if for long enough and if you're driving enough leads into your business and you're marketing to the right people, someone will book it. Because it's happened over and over and over again. So you guys, seriously, make sure you get those Moonshot packages in there, double that middle package or somewhere around that. And you will, please DM me when you book a Moonshot package. Like, please just DM me. Actually, if you even add it into your packages, please just shoot it to the DM at Creative Rise. I want to know. Send me your packages.
Yeah, well, guys, that is 2 pricing strategies that if you just change, You don't have to sell more weddings. You don't have to work harder. You just make more money because you're pricing really with better strategic value in how you are laying out either your moonshot packages or how you're price anchoring, which is really great. So these two things have helped us a lot in our careers go from $2,000 weddings to $5,000 weddings to $10,000 weddings, $10,000+ weddings. It's helped us go from $500 brand deals, $500 brand shoots to $15,000, $25,000 brand campaigns and much more because of these two strategies. And I would love for you guys to input them into your own businesses as well. So if you got a friend that you know needs help with the Moonshot Package or needs help with price anchoring, make sure you send this episode to them. We would love if you would leave us a comment if you're watching on YouTube or Spotify, or if you listen on Apple Podcasts, leave us a review. We'd love to hear from you there. And we got a great episode coming for you next week. So get stoked, stay tuned, and also get excited for more wins from round 14 of the 6-week Creative Rise Mastermind. It's awesome. I hope you guys are encouraged to hear other creatives doing well. It's proof that you can also do the same thing. So really excited about that. If you want to join the wait list for round 15, make sure you go to creativerouse.com. You won't miss it. There's buttons everywhere. And other than that, guys, we'll catch you guys soon. So
see you next week,
hey,
guys.
you want a free pricing calculator? We're talking about pricing.
Oh, yeah.
You want a free pricing calculator? Go to the link in the description. You'll see pricing calculator there. You can log in, create an account for free. We developed a pricing calculator a couple years ago. There's over 2,500 people that use it all the time. It's awesome. Hopefully you love it.
It will also price anchor your packages for your weddings automatically.
It's going to auto price anchor all your stuff, which is really, really cool. So go to creativerise.com/pricing calculator. You can get it there for free and use it as much as you want. We'll catch you guys next week.